Here on the Check a Pro radio show, we love to talk about home improvement, but that's not just like using a hammer and nails. It's also about using a broom and a dustpan. Viv from Maid Brigade is joining me here. Hey, Viv, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
It is great to have you here. In the fast-paced world we live in today, people need to get a hold of your company, you and your crew. And I know there's various ways of doing it. They can
Yeah.
pick up the phone like we've been doing for decades. They can do it online in an email. There's texting and other messaging. What ways can your customers reach you guys and communicate effectively?
Well, I think now with this, fast-paced environment we live in, we have a lot of our customers are a lot of texters. They love to text us. They reach us, even like as they get the notification on the way, they like to do real quick, like, oh, just a reminder, they can enter the back. Don't forget like to hit the basement baseboard. So I think people love that, or either they need to change schedules, email too. And then of course you have, as like you said, we have our old school that like to a quick pick up the phone and want to hear a voice just to get things done because they like that type of communication. But I think what people love the most is definitely texting and the way that our office is quick to respond.
So you and your team at Maid Brigade are okay with various types of communication, because some people like myself, I often like to hear a voice. So I might call, but then again, if I'm late for a meeting, I might quickly just do a text.
Yes,
So you guys are able to manage all those incoming messages.
absolutely. And we do that real quick. And I think that's what our customers love that. They love it that we're so quick to respond and then we do it right away. Because when you send out a text, you tend to want a response right away. And I think we do a really good job on doing that.
Yeah, and sometimes texting is the best way, because often when we call, we can get stuck in a phone system saying press this for that and three for that.
Automation world.
Um, and a text is also nice because there's basically a recording of the response. So if
Yes.
someone sends a text and you guys respond, it's there. And a lot of us like to have that proof, like you told me this, and
Yes.
I'm
Which
gonna,
happens a lot.
yeah, but
Like,
that's
well, you
fair.
said this. So like, oh yes, I remembered. So I think it's good to have.
And email is falling out of favor with many of us now. It's just not the best way to communicate in a text format. Texting or messaging of some type is good. Let me ask you this question. A lot of people want to use things like Facebook Messenger. That could be a little tricky. Do you guys use those types of systems as well to communicate?
We do have Facebook Messenger, but we don't really get a lot of clients responding. We do get a lot of people asking for like employment through Messenger.
Yeah.
So we have also that access. So we do respond, but it's very, very rare. It's not really as much as your texting or email.
Yeah. Viv, as always, you've been a very helpful guest today here on the program. All of Viv's information from Maid Brigade is located in the notes section of this podcast. There's no reason that you don't have a real clean home, right, Viv?
Absolutely.
As always, thank you so much for joining me today, Viv.
Thank you so much for having me.